So in today's video, I'm going to share 5 things that should not detour you from picking a guy. These things can easily be worked on, they can easily be improved, they're not that important, and a lot of women place emphasis on these things, although they're only minor. They're literally like superficial fixes versus deep core fixes. Okay, so before we even get into the video, I want to give you guys an example of things that cannot really be fixed. Let's say a guy is not looking for commitment. This is not your chance to try to convince him that he needs a girlfriend. Let's say a guy has possessive, controlling issues and literally is not allowing you to do certain things or doesn't want you to dress a certain way. These are deep-rooted beliefs that are really hard to change and fix. This guy needs therapy. This guy needs help. It's not just a minor fix. So that is something that I would not ignore. That is something that I would not sign up for. Okay, another thing, let's say a guy is completely rude. He's aggressive, he lashes out, he says hostile things to you, he calls you names. This is certainly something that I would not agree to, and I don't see that as a minor fix. Okay, so those are 3 examples of things that are major adjustments. Things that men would need to literally heal and go to therapy for on their own, okay? Yet a lot of women sign up for that. A lot of women will pick men who are abusive and be like, oh, well, maybe one day he'll learn, one day he'll change. And unfortunately, things like that are just so difficult to change. Okay, but these 5 things can be changed, or maybe they don't even need to be changed, but they're not that important, and I want to let you ladies know what those things are. Okay, so the first thing is style. So many women like guys because of their style. I like that guy, he's stylish, he has swag, and I'm just like, oh my God, because a lot of guys, they're not helping each other with their style. Us women will ask our friends, what do you think? You know, we read magazines, we watch videos, we see what kind of trends are out there. Men are not really focused on style. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that. Some guys who are in the corporate world or who are in the advertising and marketing space, they dress impeccable. I know in the Middle Eastern culture, there's a lot of men who look amazing. My father, for example, like he dresses to a T, 10 out of 10. Doesn't matter if we're going for Taco Tuesday, he looks amazing. He wears his button down, his tie, his slacks. He always looks amazing. He smells good. But a lot of guys are not like that. And style is one of those things you can easily work on. You can easily help a guy figure out what looks nice on him. You can give him those simple nudges like, hey, I like when you wear this color. You can go to the mall with him, help him pick some things out. For his birthday or for Christmas, you can get him something that you think he would rock. Okay, but it is just so unimportant, and it's something that can easily be tweaked. It is a minor fix, and it is not a reason to reject a guy. So please look past the outfit and really focus on him, his character, his personality, and how he's treating you. The second thing is his living situation. A lot of women will automatically reject a guy because he has roommates, because his apartment's small, because his furniture isn't nice, because he doesn't have any art up, he's not, you know, he doesn't really have a nice place, and that is completely wrong. A lot of guys, when they're single, they're not focused on having the flashiest car or the nicest place or the most beautiful art. They're focused on going to work, making their money, and growing as a man. And you need to realize the things that us women prioritize, beauty and fashion and looks, men don't prioritize these things. And if they do, that's a red flag. Okay, so a guy who has a small apartment, that's fine. That means that he's saving for a house. That means that he's saving for when he meets a woman. Okay? A guy who has a roommate, that's fine. That means means that, once again, he's saving money. It's not a bad thing as long as this guy tells you that, yes, in the future, he wants to get his own place. In the future, when he gets married, he wants to buy a home and his wife will move in. Like, as long as he is telling you that in the future, he plans on expanding and buying a home, then that is okay. I think that a lot of women just completely write off men just because their place isn't that nice, and I find that to be really unfair. I actually was listening to a podcast with one of the Real Housewives of Orange County, which, as you guys know, those people are crazy wealthy. And this lady was saying that when she first met her now husband, his apartment had 3 things: a TV, a couch, and a bed. Okay, and just to give you guys an update, the last house that him and her just sold as a married couple was worth $55 million. Okay, so just because a guy doesn't have much furniture or doesn't have a nice place doesn't mean that when you guys get together in a union, he's not going to upgrade. He's not going to get better things. Okay, when I first met my partner, he had the ugliest brown couch, which we literally still make fun of to this day. It was so ugly. He was literally using picnic tables as like side tables, okay, like fold up picnic tables. And it was just like, it was not giving. It was not cute. It was not aesthetic. It was not the vibe. But guess what? When I gave him recommendations on, hey, like, you should get that, like, you should upgrade that, you should get this new thing, he was willing to do those things, and he was happy that I was willing to make his place more homey. So as you guys know, women make a house a home. A guy's house isn't going to look like a home before he meets you. So please understand that and give men grace. The third thing, which some of you guys might find shocking, is a guy who has a few extra pounds on him. He's a little chubby, okay? I don't discriminate. I actually have dated chubby guys, and I find it more attractive than buff guys. Fight me in the comment section, that's fine. But I personally just find overly muscular buff guys to be kind of like weird and scary. Like, too much testosterone and aggression tends to happen there. But I don't mind dating a guy who's a few extra pounds. I'm not saying my partner is. My partner and I are both average in terms of body size, but I have dated men in the past who were chubby, and that was fine to me because guess what? You can work out. You can get a new diet. You can start your fitness routine. You can help him with his nutrition. Like, these are things that can easily be fixed, especially if he's already a masculine provider man. He can easily afford a personal trainer, a meal prep company, or whatever is needed. Now, keep in mind, I said chubby. I didn't say a guy who was lazy. That is completely different. There are skinny guys out there who are lazy, and I would say that is a major fix. It's not a minor fix. And there are guys out there who are chubby but who are just not prioritizing health and wellness. That's an easy shift versus someone who's inherently lazy, okay? So a lot of men who are focusing on their careers, focusing on their wealth, focusing on making themselves more ready for marriage, they're not focusing on health and fitness, even though that should be a priority, but it's something that can be fixed. And especially having you in his life, like, you guys can do outdoor things together. You guys can go hiking. You guys can go and do physical activities that'll help him shed those pounds, but I don't think that it's a reason to just completely reject someone. Once again, that's just my opinion, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. The next thing that doesn't matter at all, but I don't know why people make such a big deal about it, is if he has a different taste in music or movies. A lot of us want to date people who like the same music as us, who like the same things as us, who like the same food and all of that. And while that's nice, it's cool to have diversity in life. Like, I like that my partner likes Marvel movies and I like movies that are completely different from that. And it creates polarity in the relationship. It creates a sense of variety and it brings a new flavor in your life. And don't just close your heart off to anyone who doesn't like the same music or have the same taste as you, because it can open your eyes to new things. And personally, I would prefer to date someone who had have the same values as me but different music playlists versus someone who have the same music playlist but completely different values from me. Okay, so prioritize what's real, prioritize what's important, and what music you listen to is not important in the big picture. Obviously it's different if like you're a musician or if you're a singer and he doesn't like your music or something like that, but once again, it's just think about what's truly important and what's going to make your relationship last for years and decades to come. Music, movies are not going to make a big difference. And hand in hand with that is the last thing, which is someone who has different interests from you. Let's say he loves golf and you have no interest in that, or he loves fishing and you don't really care about that. That is fine. Everyone should have their own, hobbies and their own passions, and you shouldn't force the person you're dating to be identical to you. It's nice to be different. It's nice to have your own hobbies, and it means that you're not neglecting your identity. You're maintaining your sense of self. So meeting a guy who maybe doesn't like any of the things you do. Let's say you like yoga and you like swimming and you like going on walks, but he likes football and golf. Well, that's fine. You guys can have your own hobbies and interests, and you guys can still come together and make an amazing couple. So don't just disregard someone because they have different hobbies than you. It actually makes the relationship a lot more exciting. It allows you to introduce each other to different hobbies, and it also allows you to kind of have your own life and spend time outside of the relationship, either on your own or with friends, and it really just ends up adding more flavor to your life and to your relationship. So it ends up actually being a benefit. So those are 5 things that I would never reject a guy for. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Were any of these points like shocking to you? I think the chubby one will probably get a lot of like, I didn't know she would say that. I think a lot of people don't realize, they think I'm just so superficial or so caring about the materialistic, but actually that's not true at all. I really prioritize what's within over anything else, and I encourage you guys to do that as well, because at the end of the day, you want to spend your life with someone who makes you feel good and who makes you feel safe and protected, and all these things on the outside like hobbies and interests and being chubby or not having that nice of a place or that much style, those things are not going to make or break it in the long run, and they can easily be adjusted and improved over time. So thank you for watching. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I will see you all very soon. Bye!